In all the excitement of the Pokémon Presents as well as the 25th anniversary as a whole, it's actually kind of easy to forget that we're going to be getting a Pokémon game pretty soon. Next month, give or take, new Pokémon Snap is going to be released, and it's an interesting take on the Pokémon Snap formula. For one thing, it's being called New Pokémon Snap as opposed to Pokémon Snap 2, and whether that means it's not a sequel or not is up in the air. The whole remakes versus remasters versus sequels versus everything is a big crazy topic, but for the most part, New Pokémon Snap is going to be a brand new game developed by a different team than the original Pokémon Snap. Now, the original Pokémon Snap is an interesting game, technically the first Pokémon game on a console, and it was originally a different game that was built around taking pictures until it was eventually shifted into a game focused on Pokemon. Some elements from the anime were brought in, like Professor Oak maintaining his anime appearance, as well as a voice similar to his anime voice, and the anime character Todd Snap was introduced as the main protagonist to help tie everything together and make things make sense. This new game is being produced by Bandai Namco, which makes a little more sense as they've been working with Pokemon a little more recently and have been making some good games, while the original game was developed by HAL Laboratories, which was doing a little more with the N64 at the time. But the main spirit of Pokemon Snap is obviously still in this game, as it looks amazing and the Pokemon have so much character in them. But the big question is, where is Professor Oak and where is Todd Snap? We are getting some new characters in these games, a new professor as well as some new protagonists and other characters that are going to be alongside the protagonist, so it kind of makes you wonder why exactly Todd Snap wasn't included as the protagonist and why Professor Oak wasn't there. Well, I think it's a little more obvious that as it's a new game being, quote, inspired by the original rather than being flat out stated as a sequel, they wanted to do something new with it. And it's not that there's going to be a full-on story, but there is still definitely going to be some sort of plot going on, some sort of story, and something with the characters, as we see evident with the trailers and the website. Now, the interesting thing is that Todd Snap is a character that debuted first in the anime and was brought into Pokemon Snap to tie everything together. Now, the games and the anime technically are different canons, as well as I guess other things in the Pokemon franchise, so it makes a little more sense that recently Pokemon has been trying to keep the two separate. Yes, we do get things like Ash Cat Pikachu, things like Ash Greninja, and some other things to tie them both together, but for the most part they're relatively separate. Now, during this time in the 90s with the original Pokemon Snap, that made a little more sense for this spin-off game to include some anime characters. It's nothing out of the ordinary for the time. There were some other Pokemon games on consoles that included anime characters, but not necessarily in as prevalent as a role as Pokemon Snap. Now, you could say that they're trying to move on past the original of Pokemon Snap, but it's just that it's a different development team this time around, and they're trying something different. That's not to say that Todd Snap isn't there at all. From the last trailer, again, just so much of Legends Arceus and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl basically just had us gloss over the entire Pokemon Snap portion of the Pokemon Presents. But there was a character that seemingly is similar to Todd Snap. I think the more that I look at it, the more I see the resemblance, but it appears that this character, let's just go ahead and call him Todd for now, is going to be an assistant to the Professor Mirror of this game. So he's still in this game, it's just that they wanted to expand things. But that is kind of interesting because it could mean a little more for the Pokemon franchise as a whole. Like I said, Todd Snap is technically an anime character, even though he did appear in a video game. So whether the whole canon of Pokemon, how that all ties in together, because when it comes to spin-off games, the canon is definitely questionable. Some games could 100% coexist alongside the main series games. Pokemon Snap was a game that could very easily have existed alongside the game, as it doesn't really hurt the canon that much. It does include Professor Oak, a character from the games, in a new setting, as well as new characters, but especially things with legendary Pokemon like Mew. Mew doesn't necessarily interfere with the other characters or the other lore in the other games in terms of its existence, in terms of whether we catch it or not at the end of this game, or how it interacts with some of the other things across the world. And because of this, if this character is Todd Snap, which I think it's pretty safe to assume it is, just based on the looks, based on the fact that this is a Pokemon Snap game, it could mean a little more. I mean, Todd Snap is a character that hasn't been utilized in the anime for a long time, but is very iconic as the protagonist of Pokemon Snap, which again, this new Pokemon Snap is taking and recreating, reimagining, and being inspired by, being the groundwork for it. But as far as some thoughts for the overall game, because I didn't exactly share too much about it, because I was just totally enamored with Legends Arceus, I think this game is looking really nice. Of course, the visuals are excellent. One interesting thing is, of course, when the first trailer came out, it caused a huge debate of, you know, the main series Pokemon game should look like this, or oh, why does Bandai Namco seemingly care more about Pokemon, or are they better at making Pokemon games? Definitely it's working in this setting, but I just want to say, at least here, that if you've seen some of the RPGs that Bandai Namco has made, I don't think you'd want them handling the main series Pokemon games. But as far as the visuals go, I think they are definitely beautiful. There are a lot of details that we saw definitely from the different trailers. I think it's great as we seemingly get something like a day and night cycle in the games. I think that including Pokemon from basically every generation is a great idea because we're at that point where we have so many Pokemon. As far as the final number of Pokemon that are going to be included in the game, we have no idea. The original Pokemon Snap didn't even include all 150 Pokemon at the time. But definitely I am looking forward to playing this game because it looks like it's going to be some fun, chill gameplay, as well as a great callback to one of my favorite games that I really need to discuss more of. But anyway, this has been GatorX, and let me know what you think. Again, I really was excited by Legends Arceus, so I really just put this game on the back burner, so much so that now I'm finally talking a little more about it. But I can't wait to play it next week, next month. Probably between then and now, we're going to be doing a few more things. I'd probably revisit the original Pokemon Snap because I have footage of the entire playthrough. So I'm going to utilize that, probably revisit it in sort of like a review, kind of something like what I did a few years ago, but just better, up to my standards now. And maybe we can take a look at the anime as well. But let me know what you think about all of that. Definitely, when I play the game, I'm going to see if there's content for a story, maybe for some extra discussions, but hopefully we can stream that as well, so that'll be fun. But those are basically my thoughts on new Pokemon Snap for now until the game comes out next month. But let me know what you think in the comments below. What exactly is going on with this game? Do you think that was Todd Snap? Again, I think it's pretty clear it was, just based on the setting, based on his appearance. And what are you excited for in this game? Because this is basically going to be the next big game. It's going to hold us over probably for the summer until Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl comes out. But if you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like and subscribe to show your support. You can enable notifications by clicking that bell icon next to the subscribe button. It'll make sure you see each new video as it comes out. Anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.